Hey y'all, we've seen some pretty rapidly changing weather conditions this past week. Sometimes we wake up in the mornings to a sunny sky with a hint of rain on the horizon, but then the next thing you know, there's a downpour, there's a rainbow, there's another downpour, here comes the sun again. Things change fast. Well, along with those changing sky conditions can come changes in temperature. The rains come, the temperature goes down a little bit. The sun comes out, the temperature shoots back up again. We can be like that sometimes. We can act like a human thermometer, and our temperature can change depending on the circumstances around us. And when our temperature changes, so can our thoughts and our words and our actions. How much better would it be if instead of acting like a thermometer, we acted like the thermostat, and instead of responding to the ever-changing emotional or spiritual climate around us, what if we chose to try and change the atmosphere, to regulate the temperature? Here are some suggestions. Perhaps instead of responding in a hot way to someone who has insulted us or hurt our feelings, what if we decided we were going to respond quietly, calmly, or even sweetly? Something tells me that temperature might cool down just a little bit. On the other hand, what if we decide instead of turning a cold shoulder to someone who's offended us or hurt our feelings, we once again responded kindly with a sweet word? Who knows, the temperature might rise in a very nice way. In James chapter 1 in the Bible, we are cautioned to be quick to listen and slow to speak and slow to anger, and to keep a very tight rein on our tongues. Perhaps if we did that, we would be more successful in functioning as a thermostat in the world instead of a thermometer. I don't know if you needed to hear this today. I did. This week, I'm going to really work on being a thermostat instead of a thermometer. I would rather change the emotional and spiritual climate around me for the better instead of responding to it for the worse. Want to join me? And that's your Minute with Drexel.